Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So I thought before I started, I've washing my jars and I'm going to label them. Aren't those some pretty green beans? I love these jars. Thought I'd share some breaking news with you all. I mean, it may not be breaking to you. You may have already heard about it, but I heard about some of it last night, and yesterday and early this morning. But I'm trying to get stuff done. And some things we're not allowed to speak of. So, you know where Rio de Janeiro is? There was a big fire at their largest food distribution center there, and people were stealing the food. There are also other issues there that are not allowed to be mentioned, so I will post the articles down below, but they're essentially the same things that we have gone through here, like in 2020. If you're aware of what has just gone on there, they had some elections, but yeah, we are not allowed in this arena, so to speak, to discuss that. There was a 6.0 earthquake last night off of the California coast in the Bay Area, essentially the Ring of Fire. No tsunami warnings or anything like that, but still concerning. That's kind of a big shaker. It was, I believe, only 6 feet, so it wasn't, it was close to the up here. Can't find my words today. There are 1 million egg layers being culled. All the articles to these stories will be down below. So if you need eggs, I would highly recommend, getting eggs if you have the freezer space. I don't have the freezer space. That's why you're seeing so much canning. So if you're not into canning, I apologize for all the canning videos. But right now, this is my way of preserving food. And like I had a leftover chicken, so I canned the chicken, made broth out of the bones. I had a bit of a disaster with my broth canning, but I still got some jars out of it. I have that video if you want to see the little disaster. Well, you won't see it, but you'll hear about it. The United States is on alert over an imminent attack by Iran to the store on Saudi Arabia. So that's disconcerting because you're well aware of NK, the bear country, dragon country, and now Iran to the store. That is spreading us really thin. And I know at the base where my husband is at, it really changes the dynamics of how things work, getting on and off and things like that, when there are high alerts going on. So, we have the election in a week. So you have all these conflicts with oil countries. We have our companies that are profiting off of all of these issues, which is in turn raising our prices. And then we are depleting our reserves, which are supposed to be there if there are conflicts. So we're really kind of, biting off our nose to spite our face kind of situation. Not good. Then leading to Potato Head is threatening the gas companies with a tax for war profiteering. So if he does that, that'll just come down to us. It's not going to help us. It's not going to change anything they do. They'll just raise the price again on us. So that could be a situation. We have the election next week, so I would highly recommend get prepared for winter with these issues, with gas and oil and such. You need to have your propane, your gas, whatever you generate heat with. There are already people having wood shortages here, and if you've heard what's happened in Europe, people are out there collecting wood from the forest and stuff, whereas there that's illegal. Here it's illegal to collect certain things on certain properties, usually some BLM areas, but if you had to go out in the woods here around your area, you shouldn't have a problem. And it would be a good way to get a lot of this debris off the ground that intensifies fires. So, if you can find dead felled trees and whatever's down, grab it. I have oak trees out front. I save what comes down for kindling, or my tie stove or my cube stove. I just put it in a big bucket. If it's big enough, I just put it on the wood rack for kindling. So you really need to be focusing on winter. I'm not going to sit here and say prep for a year and all of that, but I would highly recommend being taken care of to get through winter. It's still relatively warm in my area during the day. So, I still have stuff growing out there. I have collards, bell peppers. I have some squashes growing, watermelon. I got to go out there and pick some stuff and then pull some stuff out so it can get picked up by the trash people this week. So, you just do what you can. Don't go into debt. Don't put anything on credit. Save. Buy as much as you can, but save as much as you can. Buy as cheaply as you can. As you notice, my hauls are getting smaller. I'm focusing on, not wasting anything. I'm still picking green beans, so as they come in, I pick the green beans. I got 2 jars of chicken here. That was from what was left from roasting a chicken, and then I got, jars of chicken broth from the bones. Utilize everything. Everything. If you don't if you have the freezer space, pick those bones clean, bag it up, put it in the freezer. You can still make broth, bag it up, put it in the freezer, and you can stack your baggies, like books, just stack them up. And anything you have scrap-wise, save it as well for your dogs. This is for my dogs. This is the trimmings from doing the smoked beef and the raw beef. You can mix it with rice and vegetables. You can't poo-poo what people are going to be doing for their dogs to keep them fed. I'm in dog rescue. When it comes to starvation, just like us, you feed your dogs what you can feed your dogs. You can even give them the table scraps. They've been living with us for a long time, as long as it's not onions and grapes and things like that, raisins. They can eat a lot of what we eat: pumpkin, cranberries, bananas, green beans, carrots, meat, rice, pasta. So, take care of your dogs. Potatoes you should have cooked if you give them to your dogs. But anyways, I won't get on the dog tangent. But there's a lot happening. Egg situation. If you don't have eggs, get out there and get your eggs. I'm not really a proponent of storing up, a whole bunch of gas in your garage or whatever, because if you don't realize, it's the fumes that are flammable. So if somebody lights something or whatever, and you have a garage full of gas cans, that could be just absolutely disastrous. Propane, if your barbecue grill, if you rely on that for cooking and power outages and stuff, make sure your propane is full. If you use a buddy heater, you might want to get some propane. And yeah, after our election, expect things to go downhill pretty rapidly. Even if we do have a red wave, don't expect some drastic changes. You're going to start having to hold your red leaders accountable because most of them just talk. I don't know of any of them actually following through with anything. So, keep that in mind, that there won't be a drastic change, and the changes that people do think are going to be happening are ridiculous ones, social type things. That's the least of our problems, in my opinion. If you're voting based on RVW, your priorities are messed up. I mean, are you really planning on having a baby and, go get some, baby control? There's plenty of that out there. I mean, that should not be a priority. That's just silly. That can be dealt with no matter who's doing what in different ways. So, need to start learning how to handle our situations better, and voting with logic and not emotions. And I should probably shut up on that note. But yeah, there's a lot going on. I don't think that the gas tax will go through, but it's being threatened with. And like I said, all these articles will be posted down below. So I hope you all are staying prepped. You prep it up. You stay safe. You stay healthy. And I will see you soon in the next video. If there's something you want to see, let me know down below. I just run out of ideas. I'm just canning my head off right now, and I've got to work out in the yard. So if there's something you want to see or know about, let me know down below, and I will do my best to do that. Take care.